welcome. Welcome to the episode 13, y'all. Episode 13, y'all. Episode 13. How's everyone doing? Whoops, I cut the music out. Let me bring it back in. Oh, where do I begin? Oh, this is really off, but it doesn't really matter because it's Sam Jack, y'all. Lumberjack. I got the sunglasses on. Welcome to Friday the 13th episode. Ha, yeah. I'm going to take a sip because I'm going to be talking and I'm going to take a drip of the... Well, it's the top of the hour. It's 1 o'clock. I started a little late, but I'm getting ready to rock. See, I'm freestyle with two headphones in my ear. One's for the sounds right here. The other's for the mic with the cell phone tip. That's alright, cause I'm down with the hop to the hip. Spell it backwards, it's hip hop. And on this microphone, you know I don't stop. It doesn't really matter where you're from because you came to see the one, the only dope MC or the DJ. Lumberjack. And yes, I will attack. Got the O for Oakland, cause that's what I represent. Y'all better that don't get it different. Ha! Alright. All right, let me get done with that. How's everyone doing out there? Thank you so much for watching the 13th episode. Are you guys feeling good? I'm feeling good. All right, well, what do we have to talk about now? First of all, let me just reintroduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Sam, DJ, Lumba, Jack. That's right, it's Sam. DJ, what? Lumba, Jack, yep, Sam, DJ. Lumba, Jack, there it is. I was bringing the graphic up. Ha. Bringing the graphic up. Yep. All right, so let's, first of all, as we always do on our episode, we're going to start off by thanking the essential workers. Essential workers are the lifeblood of what is keeping this economy going. And as I mentioned before on the show, of course, it's the essential workers talking about everyone at the hospital, the doctors, the nurses, all that stuff. Everyone at the hospital, top down, or, first responders, police, fire, Coast Guard, all that kind of stuff. But also the essential workers at grocery stores, delivery workers, post office workers, Amazon workers, all those people, especially retail, that are deemed essential, not necessarily retail, but restaurant and those types of industries. So we want to make sure we're shooting out everyone. Let's check the stream. We've got one person watching so far. Hopefully we get more. Thank you all so much for joining in. So that is where we start off the show. So let's just take a moment and thank them very much for what they do. You guys are really what keeps this economy going. I know a lot of us, there's conflicting things. Some people have been working from home. Some people have had to stop work and then essentially been let go. I'm kind of in a holding pattern because of the sports broadcasting that I do, and a lot of the corporate event stuff is all shut down right now. Hopefully it'll come back up. Hopefully these sports things will come back up. And luckily, my employer has committed to paying us through to April 15th. So at least I have a little cushion there. But I also have this time on my hands to keep going with Viral Media Network and making more content. And that's what this live stuff is all about. So on to the next topic. And I got some great, on that note, I got some great advice from my wife. She says, okay, I kind of bounce around from topic to topic. So I'm going to do better. I'm going to make sure that my topics stay on point and we stay succinct and I don't go back and forth. So moving on to the next topic, somewhat related. I was saying I got a little bump. My employer has committed to pay me through April 15th. However, after that, I'm probably have to go on unemployment, which leads to the next topic, the stimulus relief fund. Everyone's getting a $600 bump. I saw somewhere online that someone was showing documents of this relief stimulus bill. And it's not just money free and clear, it's a loan from your tax relief. So I'm not sure if that's actually true or not. I need some verification. So if anyone's out there watching that knows the truth to that. But generally I think it's good. Again, as I've said on the show before, is that we want the stimulus. Certainly, some businesses need some stimulus because they're not getting, um, income, and they've had to shut down. But the way the payment is structured, CEOs, the board of trustees, these kind of people can take pay cuts. We shared on this show how the CEO of Columbia Sportswear has taken a $10,000 offered to be only paid $10,000 a year to ensure that all his retail workers are getting paid. So there's acts of kindness and things like that can happen. So I don't believe that businesses need as much of the stimulus as just normal citizens. Um, Cheers to Waffle House, by the way. Still sipping on a little coffee. By the way, they say that in times of trouble and pandemics and things like this, you can tell that what's going to happen if Waffle Houses stay open. If they close, that then we have troubles. But if they stay open, we're doing okay. And I hear they're starting to close down, so we might actually be in trouble. But what do you think about the stimulus relief fund? Do you think we're getting a fair share? Do you think it's enough? Do you think it's going to last enough? Does anyone have the truth on the matter of whether or not it's just an advance on our tax return for next year? And that would suck if that's the case. So who knows? But that's just kind of what I was thinking about. I know we've talked a little bit about stimulus relief on this show before. But yeah, who knows? We'll keep updating as we go. I personally think, like I said, um, it's good to have a little help. I'm finishing up a family leave for bonding with my child. That's done through the state. You get up to 6 weeks. I did it kind of late. She's about to turn 1, so I did it kind of later. And unfortunately, I hadn't finished it up by the time I lost my job, so I can't get unemployment till after April 15th. Hopefully, it's not too backlogged, but we'll see. So far, they've been very helpful. That's another group of essential workers I want to give a shout out to. Everyone working in social services, the EDD offices, DMV, that kind of thing. Getting back to our first topic. Let's move on to our third topic, however, because like my wife said, we got to keep this rolling. We got to keep it succinct. And so the next topic is getting back to quarantine versus distancing. Now, 3 episodes ago on, what was that? Today's Friday, so happy Friday again. On Wednesday, maybe it was even Tuesday, I was talking about how social distancing is different than quarantine. Like, we want to limit going out, but it's still okay to maybe, go on a walk or go on a hike as long as you're keeping yourself away from other people. It seems like they're tightening that down. I'm bringing up the East Bay Regional Parks website again here so we can go on and check that out. Okay, I'm touching my face again. I'm so bad at that. So, but I don't want to be wearing a mask during this thing. And again, um, I'm not exposing myself to other people. I'm staying at home here, so I think we're going to be doing okay. So let's see here. Like, why won't that work? Sorry, folks. I'm trying to bring up. There we go. So yeah, here's the East Bay regional parks, and I just go by this because this is some of the parks that are closer to me. So updates and closures, parks closed and parks that are still open. Okay, so parks that are closed are in red with no walk-in access. Parks that will remain open with some parking have lots closed or walk-in access only. Parks are not listed. Parks not listed below are open with parking lots available for use. So there are some that are actually completely open. Some are with limited parking. Some are completely closed. So again, here are ones that are completely closed: Point Isabel, Ardenwood, Bay Point region. But it looks like most of these places are staying open with limited services. So you just got to use your best judgment. Just don't congregate. You got to stay with just yourself, or if you're living with a family, you're obviously in close contact. You can go out together, but um, and then I want to give a shout out to Libby Schaff, our mayor here in Oakland. She has been really good. I've been getting automatic phone updates. They have these live, I think they're Zoom meetings or some sort of online meeting that you can tune into. I actually haven't, I should, but she's been notifying the public that they're doing all they can for updates and things like that. So, yeah, quarantine is like you're literally not allowed outside the house, and distancing means you just got to use best sense and you just have to very limit your, oh, what did I do? Oh, that's what I want to do. I got to do that first. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. I am trying to get the hang of being able to do this on the fly and adding graphics and change. So I'm not as smooth as I could be on the switching, but hey, we're getting better as we go along, and we've done every episode every weekday at 1 o'clock, maybe sometimes a little bit after 1, but more or less on time. So the next segment in the open here is getting back. I did this yesterday. I just want to do it again. Seth Mayers, you stole my shot, dude. You stole my shot, okay? And I'm plugging him too because I watch him. He does great stuff. But notice the angle in my house. Okay, so a little premise before, just to give you some background if you don't get it. Obviously, he does a late night talk show. He's a pro. He's actually on broadcast. He's got lots of lots of followers, lots of people who tune into his show. But he's had to do it from his house now, right? And he used to do it. He started doing it in a hallway, and then he did it like in a garage. Oh, my mouse is sticking. And he has since moved to the attic. And then look at this shot. Look at that angle here. He stole my shot. Look at this. I'm gonna do it full screen so we can do like a quick compare. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. He stole my shot. He was watching my show and he saw how it looked. He's like, dude, I got to do it in the attic and get some texture to it, right? So, Seth, you got to give me royalties for the shot composure, okay? You see that? Okay, no, I'm just ribbing. But just funny, I saw that and just had to mention it. So, it's just kind of a funny thing. But let's move on. As I announced yesterday, our new podcast is coming out. I'm a little bit of a slacker. I was supposed to work on it late last night, but I got tired and I went to bed early. So I've been working a little bit on it this morning. I haven't put it out yet. It's going to be out this afternoon by 5 o'clock this afternoon. So make sure you check it out. It's the Sam Jack Podcast. We're interviewing Rob Reddy. He's artistic director at PianoFight, and it's on SoundCloud, it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube. It's called the Sam Jack Podcast. You can find it anywhere. It's on Spreaker, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast. The video version is going to be on our YouTube channel here, Viral Media Network 415. It's the Sam Jack Podcast. I'm not a professional, but wait, I am. We had a great interview with him. What made him tick. We found out what's going on with PianoFight. They're a venue that does all sorts of theater comedy and stuff like that. Actually, let me bring up their website here. So, well, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to click into, I'm gonna just play a clip of it so you guys can see, raw. This is raw within Adobe Premiere. So shout out to Adobe Premiere, of course. And that's super annoying. Okay, that's why. It shouldn't be on that one. All right. I need to change that to properties. Boom, 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 boom. Excuse me, Adobe Creative Cloud. Image. Let's see, where can I find it? OBS item. Let's see, is this it? No, that's not it. I'm trying to find. Well, I'll come back to it. Oh, where is it? Nope. This might be better. I'm going to stall here for a sec. Actually, here, why don't I, oh, because I quit it, that's why. Sorry, folks. I had turned off Premiere to sort of get ready for the podcast or the vlog here, and I forgot that maybe this will shut things down. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Actually, let me do this. So let's check the stream, see who's watching. Do we have more viewers? We got one viewer. Thank you so much for watching. You know what? It's already started. So let's see here. This should do it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just calling up the. Boom. All right, that's one. No. There we go. All right, so let's watch this clip here and let me see if I can. Where is that clip? Where is that clip? Let me press play. All right, here we go.
And if you're somebody who, you know, has a good salary and you can't, you know, you're not getting laid off and you can't go out and spend money at the bars and the restaurants and the vacations right now, then, you know, there's plenty of very, very deserving people and organizations, and I would say we're one of them. So, if you can donate, please do. You can share our kind of message, please do. And if you are interested in kind of checking out some really, really cool musicians and other folks from around the Bay Area and around the country, comedy music, we're kind of gearing up into this. If you just go to pianofight.com, we'll have a home slider up there probably tomorrow talking about the virtual venue, which we're going to build kind of together. And you can always reach out at Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram and tell us, like, what do you want to see? What are you interested in? And we'll listen. So please do check us out, pianofight.com.
All right, so to give you some context there, he's basically talking about, again, that's Rob Reddy, artistic director of PianoFight. He's basically talking about how they've been transitioning to being trying to create like a virtual venue. Say hello to my cat, everybody. Hi, Frosty. She's like, get me out of the shot. I didn't sign up for this. How they're transitioning into a virtual place because they can't do live shows anymore. So they're trying to set up live. Oh, now she's playing with my headphones. See, what did I do? She was all playing. She was all minding her own business. Now she's trying to play with my headphones. So, anyways, yeah, it's pretty interesting because he's setting this up. You know, it's a brave new world, and they're trying to sync all the audio kind of issues that I have. But imagine instead of just all the audio sources coming from this one place, he's also tying in something from a remote venue and then redistributing it out and trying to make it all work and sync up together. So some good challenges, and he talks a little bit about how the community has he put out a Kickstarter campaign for funding, and they just received tremendous support. So a little cushion to help them carry through the storm. And so it's a great conversation. Check out the podcast. Again, it'll be on this channel, Viral Media Network 415, and or wherever you get your podcasts, as it says below, iTunes, Spotify, and Spreaker, SoundCloud, all those good places. So yeah, what else is going on? And just to remind you, this channel you are watching is Viral Media Network 415. So the playlist is Sam Jack Podcast. I can bring that up too to show you guys what that looks like, to show you what the actual, you're on here, but, let's say you don't know where the, you're chewing on the wires, you little sneaky girl. I hope this doesn't mess up the microphone. So, getting back to Chrome. Yeah, so let me just show you the playlist of, so here it is. It's, again, this is the intro to episode 7. This new one will be episode 8, but here's the, if you look here to the right, Sam Jack Podcast, I'm not a professional, but wait, I am. And so check that out. All right, well, let's move on to some other, um, recommendations for YouTube. So I of course recommend Seth Mayers. That's in the description, and then the other one you might have seen a screen grab of. I mentioned on another show. Here he is. It's Kevin Nealon, hiking with Kevin. Especially this most recent episode because it's hiking. He hikes with Kim Bassinger, so it's great to see her again. And I have a hiking series. I've only got 4 episodes. He's got a ton more, so kudos to him. But he goes on. It's sort of like I mentioned, it's comedians in cars with coffee, but it's Kevin's version going on a hike. So again, I super recommend that. Boom, 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 boom. And again, that's hiking with Kevin Nealon. Kevin Nealon is his page, and hiking with Kevin is the series. So again, it's probably just easier to see there. See, Kevin Nealon is his actual YouTube. Subscribe if you want to subscribe to it, and hiking with Kevin is the series. So definitely worth checking out. And there's some just great visuals. This season, the first season he didn't do it, but this season he started incorporating drone footage, which is actually really cool to check out. So definitely recommend that. Today's recommendation for a recipe. I didn't mean to do this on purpose, but it's another Italian recipe. Yesterday, we had pesto as a recommendation, and that recipe is in yesterday's description video. Today is pizza dough. I made a pizza from scratch. Actually, we made pizza from scratch maybe like a week ago, and then just a couple nights we had a frozen pizza. So it's funny. Sometimes you want just like the ready-made stuff, and sometimes it's good to like make it by yourself. Anyways, it's from the Food Network. Check the link. But it's basically pretty easy. You just need yeast, flour, water, a little olive oil, and you put the yeast in with some warm water. You add a total about 3.5 cups of flour. Start off with a cup, mix that with the yeast, then you slowly mix in the flour. Then you knead it. Then I'm just sort of paraphrasing here. You knead it for about 10 minutes. Then you let it sit for an hour. And then it rises, and then you knead it a little bit more, and you separate it. Actually, it depends on how big you like your pizza, but it usually makes 2 actual loaves of pizzas, maybe about 12 inches or so. And then as far as putting on the toppings, who hasn't done that before? Sometimes we get pre-made dough, but since everyone's got time on their hands now, I really recommend doing it yourself because that is a fun thing to do. So try it out. Let me know what you think. And again, if you're just joining us and you don't really know who I am Sam DJ Lumberjack. I am the executive producer of Viral Media Network. That's the channel you're watching, Viral Media Network 415. And please do follow us on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, we are viralmedia.network. And on Facebook, it's just three. Ow! Ow! Come on. My cat just swatted me on live on live YouTube. So you know what? That's what live is all about. You know. uh, and am I starting to bleed a little bit? Yes, I am. Bleeding on live TV. Oh, he's bleeding, brother. Ooh, yeah. You ever tasted your own blood? So yeah, there I am. Viralmedia.com, viralmedianetwork.com. Excuse me, viralmedia.network or Viral Media Network. Um, And so that is that. The Pizza Recipe podcast. I don't really have any good podcast recommendations today because I was a little late trying to get this podcast edited by 5 o'clock this afternoon. So more or less, that's what we got. Let me see. Let me check what podcast. Well, I just continue to recommend. Mr. Money Mustache and ChooseFi. Those are great financial independent stuff. As far as the album is concerned, um, the album of the day is Live and Dangerous, Thin Lizzy. I don't have a physical copy. I know yesterday I was like, oh yeah, it's all about the record. It's all about the record. Well, guess what? I bought this one digitally, and here it is on Amazon. You can find it. You could probably, yeah, look, you could get audio CD, vinyl, cassette, look, all different media here. You can stream it unlimited. Usually, a lot of times when you buy the vinyl or the audio CD, you'll get the digital one as well. But it basically has all their hits, and it's a good thing to rock out at home when you're, when you're by yourself. So I love Thin Lizzy. They're one of my favorite bands, and it's just a great mix of rock. There's a little country in there. It's heavy, but it's very melodic as well, and it just rocks out. And when you're at home, you just try to rock out by yourself. And then here goes. Oh, excuse me. Well, we're just gonna do the rest of the show bloody. I'm almost done, anyways. So yeah, just again before I get to my book. Well, let me get to the book recommendation, and then I'll sign off with kind of the overall arching theme. So going back to the Buddha theme, I recommended Buddha for Beginners yesterday. This is the teachings of Buddha, the teaching of Buddha, and this is literally like, I wouldn't call it a like the Bible per se, but this is literal like there's no author, it's just a publisher, um, and these are basically just scripts and stories of the Buddha, um, and basically like the different beliefs of the Buddha, and the teachings, literally. So it's a great text. This one was put out. It's an English version. It was, excuse me, the publisher. I have it in the description. Koisaido Printing out of Tokyo, Japan. So if you're interested in Buddhism, which I am, I really recommend this book. That'll do it for the Friday the 13th episode. It's April 3rd, but I just want to say Friday the 13th episode because it's Friday the 13th, even though it has nothing to do with Halloween. Let's start it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sam DJ Lumberjack, and again, just to remind you about the show, this is a chance we get a reset button on the show, on our lives, and to just do all these things that we've been wanting to do with our lives, things that we haven't had a chance to, chores, all sorts of things, hobbies. For me, it's doing more content with Viral Media Network and checking in and expressing myself, so I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be off for the weekend. We start again on Monday, episode 14. Join me. Thank you so much for watching. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Sam Viral Media Network, episode 13, viralmedianetwork.com, viralmedia.network on Instagram, Viral Media Network on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.